Welcome to Skedify, and we are moving with the next topic, which is the next package, that is MySQL. Till now, we have seen a split ups in Python. What are Python data types, operators, looping statements, conditional statements, oops, and some packages like date and time, calendar, image processing techniques, and pandas. And today we are going to discuss about MySQL, how MySQL can connect with Python, and what is MySQL, how to use that. MySQL is a backend tool that is one of the database. We can store n number of data there. So the database that is used to store data and used for the future use. We can connect with that, and we can access the data using Python along with MySQL. First of all, MySQL is a backend tool. It is a database that is used to store the data and used for the future purpose. We can connect with the MySQL, and we can access the data by using Python code. So we will discuss first how to install MySQL, and after that we will write a code how to connect the MySQL with Python. So to install MySQL in Python, we have to use the same command, which is pip install pymysql. So first I'm installing that. So I'm just installing pip install pymysql. Yeah, I'm already having that, so it is showing that requirement already satisfied. If you guys don't have that, first install that by using the command pip install mysql. After that, we have to install MySQL Workbench. MySQL Workbench. We are having that in online. I will share that link here. MySQL Workbench. So I'm just using this Workbench. So you can download it directly from this link for Windows, Linux, etc. You can use this link to download that Workbench. So this is the link for downloading the MySQL Workbench. The first thing is we have to install MySQL in our folder. The next thing is we have to install the MySQL Workbench. The MySQL Workbench will be like this. It will automatically create one local host for the users to work with that. So local host is nothing but it is a local environment. We can use that anywhere in the code. So we are just creating that. It will display like this. You can give the password or else you can skip that. I'm just using the password here for logging purpose. Yeah, this is what the MySQL looks like. So this is a schema, and this is what the MySQL Workbench will look like. And we will create one database and how to read a database, update the record or delete the record by using the Python code. And this is a simple MySQL Workbench. We have to connect this Workbench in our code. Yeah, how to do that? First, we'll see how to create a database here. How to create a database in MySQL using Python code. The first thing is we have to import PyMySQL, which we have installed before. The first thing is we have to import Python PyMySQL. After that, I am creating the database connection by using the PyMySQL. PyMySQL.connector. Inside that, we have to give one bracket and have to give the credential. That is, we have seen in the MySQL. Host is equal to local host. I have already said every MySQL has one local host for the users to work with that. Then the root is equal to, I'm just giving user is equal to, I'm just giving a root. The next thing is password. In password, I'm just giving my own password. So this is the way we have to connect with the database. The first thing is we have to connect. After that, we have to import mysql. After that, we have to connect with that by using user, host, and password. The user is always be the for local host, and user will be the root, and the password will be there in the MySQL workbench. From where we have to get this means open MySQL workbench. So here we are having that is user is root and the local host is our server. Password is creating our own password. So this is the credential we have to give in the Python code. Yeah, we have corrected that. The next thing is we have just create a connection, but we have to connect this with MySQL. How to connect that? I'm just giving x cursor variable is equal to x cursor. You can create any other variables here. I'm just using x cursor. Just establishing a connection by using cursor of. So cursor of will establish a connection between Python and MySQL. Yeah. Now we have to execute our query. Query is nothing but we have some specific lines of codes which we have to use to work with the MySQL. Here we are having separate query for creating a database. What is that query means? X cursor dot execute. We have to execute our query, which is the create database query. To create a database, the query is create database and database name. Create here I am creating Skillify database. So I'm just explaining the whole thing. First, we need to import that and we have to create a connection by using PyMySQL. After that, we have to establish the connection between Python and the MySQL by using cursor of function. And finally, we have to execute a query which we need to create. That is, now we have to create one database in our MySQL. So I am just creating the database to store all of my data. For that, we are using one query that is create database name. Here you can give any name. Just I'm running this code. Now we have to refresh our schemas. This is the button we have to refer. We are using for the refreshing purpose. So I'm just searching here. Yeah, here is a Skillify database. Now we have created one database for our own purpose. That is Skillify database. Yeah, just we can just now we have created one database. Now we have to create a table and we can store any of the data set. How to create a table? Table is nothing but every database should have one database name for storing a data and table for containing that data. So just we have created the database. Now we have to create one table to store that data. Now, how we can do that means just commanding this and pasting the same code here. Yeah. Okay. First, we have created one database. Now we are going to create one table. So for table, we have to import database name also because we are having separate database for creating the table there. So which is Skillify database. So in the Skillify database, we are going to create one table. That is db.execute create table. We can create any of the table name. That is, I'm just creating one table name, which is courses.
Yeah, we can talk.
Create a table. Courses is my data table name. I'm just creating courses, and inside that, I'm just creating name. Name is nothing but the field. First, we need to create a table that is courses. Inside that, I'm creating the field name. That is field name. After that, we have to give the data type. That is varchar is nothing but string value. It will hold a string value. First, I'm creating name of the course. The next thing is I'm just creating duration. I'm giving duration as integer value. giving 3 digits. The limitation is 3 here. And the next thing is fees. This also includes, and we are just giving the field as 3. To create a table, we have to create a table name first. The query for creating a table is create table name, which is courses. Here I'm having 3 fields, that is name, duration, and fees. The data type for name is string, that is varchar, and duration is integer and fees is integer. Just I'm running this code. So I'm just refreshing my database. Yeah, it was created. That is table. Inside that we are having course. Inside that we are having columns, that is name, duration, and fees. How to see this in our database? That is, first we have to use one command, that is use. Use skillify database. Which database we are going to use? We have to mention like use skillify database. Inside that we need to select all of the rows. To display the rows, we have to give select star from skillify database. Sorry, table, sorry, process. Yeah, it will display like name, duration, and fees. The first thing is we are creating our own database. After that, we are creating a table along with the field name, which is name, duration, and fees. To view that, we have to use the database first. Inside that Skillify database, we are having one table, which is courses. I'm just selecting that by using select start from courses. It will display what are all the fields available in that. So we have discussed two things for creating a database, and the next thing is for creating a table along with the field name. The next thing is we have to add some data. That is, we have to insert some data inside that. How to do that? We are using the same thing, but the only difference is queries. Yeah, we have to use insert query here. To insert n number of fields, like we are having 3 fields here. So we have to use three double quotes here. So like 1, 2, 3. So inside this 3 double quotes, we have to start insert the records. Insert into our table name is courses, and I'm just inserting the records in name, duration, and fees. So I just give 3 field name which we added in the column. So after that, I'm going to add values by using the function value of. I'm just adding Python. Python is a string because we gave varchar, and duration is 3. It is an integer, and pieces I'm just giving 500 because we have the limitation as 3, so we can give only 3 values here. So after that, I'm just adding another one values, Java 3, I'm just giving 300. So after that, we have to end up with 3 double quotes. This is the way we have to add the data. First thing is insert into our table name. After that, we have to mention all of the field we have to add. So here we are having 3 field name, that is name, duration, and fees. I'm just adding that. After that, we have to add the values. For name, I'm just add Python and Java here. For duration, I have add 3 and 3 here. And for fees, I have add 500 and 300 here. So I'm just running, before running that, we have to commit the changes. For creating, there is no need to commit the changes, but for inserting, we have to commit that. That is db.commit of is the command to commit the changes. For creating, there is no need for commit, but for inserting the records, we have to commit that. I'm just running this code and I'm just refreshing this. Yeah, we will get Python 3 and 500 and Java 300. This is the way we have to add, that is insert the records into the table, that is in the Skillify database and in the course table. Yeah, the next thing is how to read that data. Till now we are using a database, but we have to print the data in this terminal because we have to know what are all the data available in our database. Now, to do that, this is for creating the table. This is for inserting the data. So the next thing is we are going to read the data. Read the data. So to read the specific data, we can use the same thing, but the only difference is the query. Just editing the query, and we'll use another one query for reading the data, that is select star from courses, which we have used in our SQL because we have used the same command in the SQL itself. So I'm to read the data. So I'm just using the same thing, but here I'm printing that. Yeah, we are having one function to view that the result is equal to x cursor dot fetch all to fetch all of the records from the courses table. So I'm just printing that result. I'm just running this code. Yeah, we will see Python 3500 and Java 300 in our own terminal. This is the way we have to read the data. Just I'm giving all of the credentials. I'm just changing the query. After that, we are using one function to fetch the data. This is the query. It will execute, but we have to fetch the data. For fetching that, I'm just using fetch all function and just I'm printing that result. This will display what are all the data inside the courses table. This is the way we have to read the data. The next thing is update. Yeah, we are having some specific values inside that, but we need to update some new values along with the existing one. For example, if I'm giving, just removing all this. Okay, X cursor, I'm just changing one thing here. db.cursor, I'm creating one variable, that is SQL is equal to update courses. Update courses. I'm just setting new value. Where set duration is equal to, I'm just changing the name is equal to MS Excel where name is equal to Java. So what is this command? I'm just updating the course and setting the name as MS Excel instead of the name is Java. It will change the Java name into MS Excel. This is the way we have to update the record. There is one specific condition for updating the record. We have to use try catch. The reason why we are using try catch is if there is no Java name, then it will throw an error. To avoid that error, I'm just using this try catch. Inside that, I'm giving one condition, that is x cursor dot execute of SQL command. And then I'm just committing my changes. Or else, if the Java name is not present in that, means we have to give one except condition to avoid that error, that is db dot rollback off. What is the rollback off means? It won't affect any of the records and it won't show any errors. To avoid those errors, and it will avoid some certain conditions in the execution. So the thing is, we have to update the record. If the Java is not present there, so it will throw an error. To avoid that error, we are using try and exception here. In the try, we are committing the changes. If not, if the Java name is not present here, means it will roll back. That is, it won't affect anything. It will be same as it as before the execution. So I'm just running this code. I will see what happened here. Yeah, see here, the Java name is replaced with Excel. Because we are having the name Java, then the try block will get executed, and we are having the condition execute of SQL. So this the SQL query will get executed, or else it will roll back. For example, if I'm having FFF here, so I'm just running this code. See here, it won't affect anything because we gave one exception there. So this is the way we have to work with update query. The last thing is delete. Yeah, delete is same as the update query. Here the only difference is we have to remove the queries. Delete courses. I'm just giving delete from courses back. Name is equal to MS Excel. MS Excel. So I'm just deleting MS Excel name there. So the same thing, I'm just changing the query. Yeah, we'll run this code. I'm just refreshing this. Yeah, it will delete MS Excel. These are all the basic CRUD operations we are having in MySQL. The only changes is we have to change the query according to our function. The thing we have discussed in MySQL is first we need to install PyMySQL and we need to install Workbench by using this link. And then we have to create a database. For creating a database, first we need to import that PyMySQL and we have to create a connection. Then we have to establish that connection and we have to execute the query. Query is the main part in MySQL. If we use the correct query means it will run. So I'm just creating the database, Skillify database. After that, we are creating a table along with the field name. Our table name is courses and the field name is name, duration and fees. And I'm just giving the data type along with the limitation. So here the name is a string data type along with the 10 values. Duration with integer data type along with the 3 values. After that, we are just inserting the data by using insert query, that is insert into table name, duration, fees. In that field, we will use Python 3500 and Java 300. After that, we are just reading the data by using fetch all command. After that, we are updating the data and we are deleting the data. This is the basic CRUD operations we have seen in MySQL. This will be very useful for us to get better idea in MySQL.